Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading is going to be for the weekend, and that is going to be April 8th, 9th, and 10th, which will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're still using the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And let's get started with the weekend reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. Take a card from the top. Card 20, Renewal. Take a card from the center. We have the Six of Air. And bottom, we have 16, Life Experience. Okay, weekend reading. We have, let's see here, the Renewal card, card 20. Okay, and we have, it looks like a man, a woman, and a child. Okay, and they're standing in this water. Okay, very emotional feel to this card. And the man has his arm around the woman, and the child has his arm around the woman's waist, he or she. And the card is saying, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Okay, so are we talking about people that are staying in a relationship? Or are we talking about people that are going to be maybe leaving a relationship? And when it says review and evaluate, okay, to me, you're weighing out the pros and cons of something. Do I stay or do I go? And usually in situations with me in all areas of life, I usually don't pay attention to the signs if something's negative or not on the up and up, and I end up regretting, wishing that I would have made a decision sooner to leave a situation or, you know, break off a friendship or leave a job. And this card's saying to evaluate, to reevaluate your situation. And it's saying time to move in a new direction. So is it give or take in the relationship? Like I said, whether it be a job, friend, family member. To me, this looks like a family card, but it can mean another situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be a family card. It's saying time to move in a new direction. And to me is you're going to need to decide whether you're going to stay and make things better if things could be worked out in whatever situation you're in, or are you going to have to move on and let go? Are you going to have to release? Let's see how the other cards line up with this. Six of Air. And it's a beautiful, beautiful horses. It looks like, is it unicorns in the background? Okay, beautiful. And this card says, things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Very nice. Sometimes people do need to get away, to clear their head, to step back from a situation that might be all-consuming. And this card, what it's telling me is the end of a difficult situation. So maybe, like I said, things have improved. Maybe you had a breakthrough with something. And this reminds me of early in the week, when we had that page card show up twice saying truth delivered without tact. Maybe somebody had an argument with you, or maybe you argued with someone, and you blurted out whatever had to be blurted out. Kind of like the emotional outburst card that we had about a week ago. And sometimes when that happens, you end up putting everything on the table. Sometimes it's for the best, sometimes it's not, but at least something is out there. Some type of information was given to you, or you gave someone information that it might not have been tactful, but this card is telling me here is things are looking up, and the situation, okay, that was difficult isn't going to be difficult anymore. So maybe you vented what you felt. Maybe you told someone, you know, what you really thought without thinking it through, and you just blurted it out. But whatever the situation is, it had to be discussed. It had to be communicated. And because it was, things will improve. So whether it's helping you work things out with this person or situation, where now you know where you stand and there's two willing people that are going to work towards a mutual goal, or maybe you had to say what you felt, or they said something to you that maybe you felt was, this is my breaking point. This is the sign that I need to give me that final push out the door. So it could work both ways, but it's saying, taking a trip. And to me, I'm really thinking that it's not a person that's staying. This is a person that's moving on and going away from the situation. That's what I'm thinking. Because to me, it seems like this horse, this unicorn in the beginning of the card here, right out in front and center, is alone. Okay? And it seems like someone's moving on without whomever or whatever, that they're going. They might not know what to expect, but they are leaving the situation, okay, and at least doing something to help themselves. And then the last card is number 16, life experience. And that's a beautiful card too. And I just keep noticing this golden glow, this golden energy. And what I get from this card is it's saying a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. Yes, that confirms this. You're leaving a bad situation, okay? And you're going to be fine. It's time for you to spread your wings. It's time for you to realize that whatever you're leaving behind has run its course. Okay? It's outlived its purpose in your life. It taught you what you needed to learn. And now it's time for you to be on your own. Okay? Because you stay in a bad situation and you don't leave, okay? You're going to stay stuck. You can't expect things to improve, okay, if you just sit there and just allow things to happen to you. Sometimes you have to take the initiative. Sometimes you have to move on. Spread your wings. And again, it's scary when you don't know how things are going to turn out. But to stay stuck in a bad situation just because it seems familiar and you know it's not for your highest good, nothing good could come of it. And I see this beautiful angel, and it's a meadow of flowers. Okay, and I can't help but notice this golden light shining down in a very positive energy. And it's saying a powerful revelation that leads to change. Isn't that the truth? Sometimes you just wake up to a situation. Like just one day you wake up and you just say, enough, no more, no more. But maybe for years and years, you tolerated it. And then all of a sudden this light bulb goes off in your head and said, you know what? I deserve better than this. Even though I don't know where I'm going to move away from the situation. I'm going to go off on my own, and it's going to be a positive experience. Yeah, a revelation that leads to change. Maybe some type of epiphany. Again, maybe the outburst or the information that was delivered without tact was the last straw. Believe me, things stick in my mind when people say things to me and I know that it was the end at that point. And sometimes people have to get blunt or harsh or say things straight at you in order for you to get this revelation or finally get the message. Yeah, time to spread your wings. Significant life event. Very, very interesting. Very interesting weekend. If you have any type of life-changing events this weekend, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear about them because we are all constantly evolving. And we got to keep going in a positive direction. We can't keep holding ourselves back and staying in situations that are no longer for our highest good, that have served their purpose. This is telling you, it's time to spread your wings. It's time to go and do what you need to do for you and make yourself happy. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.